And on behalf of the management and board of directors of the bank, I'd like to welcome you to the annual meeting of the shareholders of the bank, and introduce to you other director of the bank, Anthony Giordano, the bank's president and CEO. Also, I'd like to introduce a guest today, Joe Flood from Parenti Beard, which is the bank's accounting firm. Purpose of the meeting today are twofold. One is to elect the members of the board of directors, and the second is to ratify the appointment of the bank's independent auditors. On or about April 25th, 2012, a formal notice of the meeting and a proxy statement and a form of proxy were sent to all the shareholders of record as of the record date, April 12th, 2012. Unless there is a request, we'll dispense with the reading of the notice of meeting. There being no request, the reading of the notice of meeting is dispensed with. Unless there's a request, we'll dispense with the reading of the affidavit of mailing. There being no request, the reading of the affidavit of mailing is dispensed with. And I direct the secretary to file the notice of this meeting, form of proxy, and the certification of mailing with the minutes of the meeting. I hereby appoint Mike Molloy as secretary and judge of election for this meeting. If there are any proxies which have not been filed as of yet, I ask that they be filed at this time with the judge of election so that there is a quorum present. Mr. Molloy, please report on the presence of a quorum.
The bank has 1,804,845 shares of common stock issued and outstanding and entitled to vote, and at least 1,014,750 shares, or 56.2% of the common stock, are present in person and by proxy, thus constituting a quorum.
Since the holders of a majority of the voting power of the bank's shares are present in person or by proxy at this meeting, there is a quorum present and the meeting is organized and ready to transact business. The first order of business to be conducted at this meeting is voting on management's nominees to the board of directors: Philip Nisbet, Carmen Penta, Anthony Giordano, James Aaron, Mark Akins, Richard Egnoyan, Kieran Goodwin, William Kelly, Ron Korlick, Richard Lindsay, Pamela Porter, Kenneth Quay, and Olivia Wand. I request a motion to approve management's nominees to the board of directors.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Thank you. The second order of business to be conducted at the meeting is the ratification of Parenti Beard LLC as the bank's independent registered public accounting firm for the 2012 fiscal year. May I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Thank you. The Inspector of Election will now distribute ballots to any shareholders who have not voted by proxy and who wish to vote in person. Any such shareholders, please write their votes on their ballots, sign the ballots, state the number of shares being voted, and return the ballots to the judge. Will the judge of election collect the ballots and tabulate the results? While the votes are being tabulated, I'd like to introduce you to Anthony Giordano III, our President and Chief Executive Officer, who would like to make his report to you on the bank.
Thank you, Phil. Good morning. On behalf of the management team, some of which are here, we welcome our shareholders to our annual shareholder meeting. Just to give a little background of where the bank has been and where we are today and where we hope to go. As you will recall, the bank is approximately 6 years old. It opened up here, actually in Conshohocken, and the second branch was here in Horsham. Bank ran into some difficulties in terms of capital a couple of years ago. Our investment group recapitalized the bank last year. It's only been 13 months actually, with $17.5 million of new capital, which closed on April 15th of 2011. As part of that recapitalization, the board of directors changed and the management team largely changed. Part of our strategy was always to expand into New Jersey, and we'll talk a little bit about that. The bank also had, as part of some of the legacy issues, a consent order from the regulators, which is the equivalent of a cease and desist order. Had a needs improvement rating for CRA, which is Community Reinvestment Act, and we'll talk a little bit about how those two have either been satisfied or about to be satisfied. As part of the new business strategy for the bank, the focus is really on building relationships and transacting with small business clients. For example, of the 155 new shareholders that were part of the recapitalization last year, approximately 50 are local physicians from Monmouth County. And we do a lot of business in the medical field, a lot of loans, term loans, commercial mortgages, a lot of deposit business. So we are very relationship oriented in terms of our deposit base and loan base. These are relationships that some of us have had for 10, 15, 20 years, and they follow us to, they follow us so far, they've been following us over to Colonial, and we expect that trend to continue as time goes on. You'll find that we're upgrading a number of our systems over this past few months to try and implement more of a commercial banking platform so we can compete with some of the larger banks. We have a big focus on core deposit growth, that being, again, business checking accounts, personal checking accounts, savings accounts. We want customers who are going to be here for the long term, who are going to refer their friends and family, who are going to open their business accounts and their personal accounts. The best way to build value in a community bank is through a strong core customer base. And we feel that the Horsham branch has done a good job of doing that over time. And in New Jersey, that's starting to happen now. So we're going to talk a little bit about the growth here and the growth in New Jersey that's occurred. Over the next number of years, the best way to really deliver good performance and operating results is to build scale. So I think we talked a little bit about last year about we want to grow the bank to an asset level of, say, $500 million. And that'll give us some significant scale in order to operate efficiently and really drive some good operating results for our shareholders. The main thing that will differentiate us, and already is here and in New Jersey, amongst our competitors, are the people. And we have a great staff here, and whether it's the branch staff, the back office staff, or the lending staff, we have really, really, really good people. People who are dedicated, who are experienced, who have great track records with customers, know how to deal with customers. So I would put up our staff, our collective staff, at this bank against any bank. And I think if you haven't already dealt with some of our staff, you'll see when you do that they are professionals and very dedicated and excellent at what they do. And that alone is really, in this business, it's more than anything else, because checking accounts are a commodity, home equity loans are a commodity, mortgage loans are a commodity, but the people is the real differentiator. And in this business, it's important to have good people, and we have excellent people that work here.